Hey guys, welcome to the in-class or substitute lesson for the Foursquare method for November 3rd, 2015. We know that lots of you are probably going to be gone or are gone on this day to celebrate the Royals or for other reasons. Yes,
Yay.
woohoo! What a game. Those of you that are in my class, Mrs. Dahl's class, I am gone today, but not for the Royals. I have a meeting that has been scheduled for a good 2 weeks. So that's why I'm out. We are going to talk about Foursquare plus 3. So if you will get out your homework from the other night, it is the Prove It page, and we're going to go over what the answers look like.
Absolutely. All right. So all of you, even if you're at home right now, get that out and let's take a look at it. All right, here is the answer key. So you were supposed to choose the 2 best reasons to support the sentence that's given in each one of these prompts here. So,
because we've moved from just basic topics like clothing and tools and presidents that we've been working on to an actual claim, a statement that says things like my school is the best in the world. Well, how are you going to prove that? And so that's because that's really where an essay comes from, is that claim.
And we want to avoid opinions. As much as we can, we want to avoid opinions. So let's take a look at number 1. That was my school is the best in the world. How can you prove that statement? Well, the 2 best arguments for that, to support that claim, is B, they pay us to attend. Wouldn't that be great if that were true?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Great for all of you. You'd be making a lot of money. And D, candy in the lunchroom. You would probably like that too if that were a real reason. But those would certainly support the argument, or support the claim, my school is the best in the world.
Yeah, because it's going to be really hard to say it's cool and then come up with, anyway, it's just complicated. It's too simplistic. To be able to do that. So let's move to number 2. You can already see the answers there. The beach makes a good vacation. We're going to avoid the words awesome and super. Those are wrong. And go with cool water and soft sand. So you can imagine those are more descriptive, specific to the beach making a good vacation. Anything can be awesome. Anything can be super. I think that's where we want to go, is being more specific to the actual claim.
And people would believe you more. They would say, oh yeah, you're really giving me a real reason that you can prove that the beach makes a good vacation.
Definitely.
All right, number 3 I really like. Pizza is the best food. I would agree with that. But they give some good reasons too. And those best reasons are, it's inexpensive.
For the most part.
For the most part, depending on if you have a coupon or something. And letter D, it has all the food groups. Okay, those are some real concrete arguments to support our claim pizza is the best food.
Absolutely. And then 4, basketball is a great sport. Guess for this season it should say baseball is a great sport, but we're going to go with basketball because that's what they said. So it's exciting to watch and it's fun to play. Kind of less specific in this one.
They're a little opinionated, but
notice the other 2. Mega cool. Yeah, we're not writing that in an essay. Nor are we going to write it's groovy, probably.
Although I like that word, groovy.
I know, right? Yeah. But it's just too general. At least exciting to watch and fun to play, we can talk about specifically to basketball. And so that's where that goes with. So hopefully you did a pretty good job on that.
Right, and you got the hang of coming up with some real reasons that avoid opinions but are good reasons to support claims, because we're going to practice right now.
Well, no, they would have.
Oh, that's right. We have one more. Here we go. Here's number 5. The best book I ever read, and this is probably our favorite.
Oh, well, of course,
right?
Language arts teachers.
All right, so everybody chose a different book, probably, for the best book they ever read. So we're going to give you a little bit of time in class to share some of your answers.
Yep. So we're going to pause the video here and just pair up with your table groups or the people sitting next to you and talk about the best book that was ever read and the 3 good reasons.
And double check the people in your table group or with whomever you're sharing with. See if they are coming up with reasons that are not just opinions, like it was super, it was fun, it was awesome.
Exciting. That doesn't cut it. You want to be more specific. Maybe the characters were interesting. Maybe the climax was exciting. That's different because it's more specific.
Right.
So pause now, do a little chat, and then come back to us. All right.
Well, now we are going to look for some real reasons. We're going to brainstorm some reasons to support the claim it is important to have friends. Okay? We'd have to agree with that. So we're going to come up with, we're going to give ourselves 2 minutes. And if you're listening at home, you're going to stop the video here and you're going to time yourself for 2 minutes and brainstorm all the great reasons that could support the claim, it is important to have friends.
Yep, and we're going to do that too. We're going to pause the video and set a timer for 2 minutes, and everybody in class, we want you to write this down too. And then we'll come back to you. All right, so you've probably had your 2 minutes. Mrs. Hooven and I are just going to list a few, not a whole 2 minutes. So, what do you think? It's important to have friends.
I'd say friends support us when we're having a bad day.
I almost wonder if that was too specific, Mrs. Hooven.
Oh,
That
maybe
we could,
so.
maybe they support us, and then this would actually be something that we're going to learn about when we get to 4 squared plus 3
That could-
and all that.
that's
But
true.
they support us. Let's see, we can celebrate together. You know, birthdays and other holidays or things like that
Maybe
we
you're
get together.
spending the day with some friends at the Royal Celebration.
Yeah, see? Let's see, why else? Oh, they can help keep us happy. Right? Kind of like when we were having a bad day, I guess. That's similar.
Yeah.
Another reason important to have friends. They keep us safe. You know, when we're in groups and they're good groups to be around, we can help be safe. Walking home from school or even just sitting at the lunch table, we just feel safe and comfortable.
Maybe they give us someone to hang out with in our free time.
All right. Well, you guys get the idea, and I'm sure your lists are probably better than ours are. But what we're going to do now is move this to an actual 4 square.
Okay, so here's our claim, and remember our claim is now in our topic sentence box, right? All right, that's now, it's no longer a topic, it's now a topic sentence, all
Yep.
right? And it's our claim, it's our thesis for the whole entire paper.
Yep.
Okay,
So I'm going to kind of glance back a little bit. Okay, so now that we've brainstormed for 2 minutes, if you are in Mrs. Dahl's class, you guys are actually going to pause the video here and go ahead, and I want you to share out as a class and make or decide on 3 things and you know, make your 4 square here. Those of you that are watching from home, though, we want you to just kind of watch as we fill out ours. So, what do we decide, Mrs. Hooven?
okay, so one reason that it is important to have friends is because they support us.
Sorry about my handwriting, guys. Okay, they support
Good
us.
job. All right. Another reason we said it was important to have friends, you know, it's actually one I just kind of thought of. I don't think it was on our brainstorming chart, Mrs. Dahl, but sometimes we do that. We add ideas as we have
Oh,
them.
yeah, definitely.
They help us study. Here we are in school.
Yeah, I agree. They help us study. Most definitely. And then our final one.
Let's see, as we're thinking about those reasons that we had.
You always want to go with your strongest, right?
That's
'Cause
true.
Your
We want
reader,
to end with the strongest one. So
Yep.
that box number 4 should contain your strongest reason. How about just they give us someone to hang out with?
Okay.
That's probably the most important reason to have friends. Way to spend our time.
Yep. Okay.
All right, now we're ready for a wrap-up sentence.
This is gonna be long. I don't know
It's
if I'm gonna
going to
fit it in
it's
here.
going to be a kind of a long one.
Okay.
So we're going to
I
start with box number 1. It is important to have friends.
Now I'm just gonna write outside the box, guys.
And remember, we've got to insert that conjunction, that because.
Yep.
Why?
Definitely.
So we're going to say because it is important to have friends because, and we're going to start with
Box number 2.
box number 2. They support us. And
Comma.
Guys, comma. Got to have that comma there.
Help us study. And I don't think we need to repeat they help they. I think we can just
We can just
help us study.
the reasons. Good.
Comma.
And give us someone to hang out with. Good job, Mrs. Dahl.
All right. So hopefully by now your Foursquare is complete with 3 great reasons it is important to have friends and a wrap-up sentence that has all those things we've talked about in terms of COPs. Capital letter at the beginning, commas where they need to go, the and before the third reason.
And that in punctuation.
Yep,
Very
and a period.
important.
Thank you. I almost forgot that.
So
So if you're in class right now,
if you're in class, you are going to look at the page that you've been working on. It is important to have friends. And you'll see that there are 3 other Foursquares on there with different choices of claims. You just have to choose one. And we want you to choose one and practice coming up with 3 reasons to support one of those claims.
yep. And then your teacher's going to come around and check it. If you're good to go, if you're golden, then that's it. You're done. We feel like you're ready to watch the video that's on Moodle for tonight for the homework.
Tonight's homework.
And do the assignment. If you're at home, we want you to fill one out and be ready to bring it in to Mrs. Hooven or I so that we can check and make sure that you're still on the right track, but also move on to the homework part and watch that video and give it a try.
So remember, we're going to be checking your 3 reasons and that wrap-up sentence. Don't forget the COPs of that wrap-up sentence. Okay?
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Hope those of you that were gone had a good time.
Yeah.